will do that. But if the nation will beg me and ask me to come and play a role, then I will have some conditions for them. A lot of things will have to change. But there is a possibility to consider that as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Joseph. All right, now you are actually answering questions that Nigerians want to know, and then I believe many of them who have been asking these questions will be getting answer to them. And then I also want to say that one of the tools that you will need when you come to Nigeria is the platform of church. Most importantly, if church will be there to welcome you when you come, if church will be there to say, this is the man, this man, we are with him. I want to assume, let me say, I want to believe that your job will be very much easier because of the level of influence that the church is having on the nation presently. If church will be there to say, this man is doing what God has sent him and we are with him and everybody is supporting you, your job will be very, very much easier to do. But, as it were, the same church are the one preparing and ready to. As a matter of fact, one pastor made a statement. DSA is coming to change Nigeria. Let him come first. When he comes first, we will know what to do. The same church are saying, when you come, you will meet them on ground, and they will teach you that you met them in Nigeria. Yes, sir. In a practical terms, do you have any plan to bring back the church on your side? Or how do you intend to go ahead doing what God has sent you to do, and yet facing the crucifixion of the church? Nigeria, I want to know, sir.
First of all, I think the church is going to be with me one way or the other, or at least part of the church. The hierarchy of the church will be against me. But if the church is the body of Christ, the church is not the hierarchy, and the church is not the building. It's not the building. So the building, the hierarchy, the system of the church might be against me, but the things that I will be doing when I get to Nigeria will compel the body of Christ, of ordinary people who have eyes to see and ears to hear. They will be compelled to recognize what I'm doing to a large extent. Maybe not in the denominations and the hierarchy, the organizational kind of religious body might not recognize me, but people who are redeemed and truly love God and love the truth, some of them will be on our side. But do I really plan to bring back even the institutionalized church to my side? I will wish to. I will wish to make the work that I'm doing easier. But I don't have the guarantee or the assurance that that will ever happen. Because I'm not going to I'm not the type that likes to compromise. I can compromise on some little things, but not on the vision. So I'm going to be open to discuss with everybody, the hierarchy, the institutions, and the religious bodies. I'm going to be willing to discuss with all Nigerians about the change we are bringing, and any one of them that wants to receive us, or those ones that want to fight us. But I'm going to do the same thing with the mosques. So we are going to see. Maybe the mosque will be more ready to receive me than the Christians.
Thank you, dear sir. Maybe there is a need for you to understand what they mean by church in Nigeria.
I would really like to learn more about that.
when the word church is mentioned in Nigeria, they mean the pastors. When you hear the church has decided, they don't mean members. You know, we have the church and the members in Nigeria. So when they say the church will get back to you, what they're saying is the pastor, the hierarchy will get back to you. Okay, so, and then in Nigeria, you don't vote, you don't determine who pastor you are, who is the head of your church. You can only come and go. So, if the hierarchy of the church is against you, it's like the church. That is the definition of the church presently in Nigeria. But you have said something that's very vital. Whoever have the ear to hear, they will listen and they will follow. And second thing that I think is going to work in favor of this movement is you are not coming with demand from them, rather you are coming with solution to their problems. And I want to tell you, even the associate pastor will come by the night to come and feed the poor. I can guarantee you that. So to have the church on your side will be the easiest thing with what God is bringing to Nigeria through you.
But I'm telling you that by the time, you see, it's not easy for me to talk now because I've talked before and I'm still talking, but some people are so skeptical. They don't want to know the circumstances that I'm in, and that sometimes circumstances could be beyond you. And that is why I'm not in Nigeria right now. But I hear all the time people saying, why is he not coming? Where is he? Is this, you have been talking like this. Come on, shut up. You know, come, let's see. Calm down, shut up. Why are you not coming? They don't want to reason with me that it's not because I am not coming, it's because of the circumstances as I'm in. But by the time God allows me to come, by the time God releases me to come, it will be very difficult for Nigerians not to recognize me. I can assure you that in the first year, 1 year after I get to Nigeria, even though I'm not planning to have a church, but I will have nothing less than between 1 to 10 million people supporting me. Just because of what the programs that I've put in place and that we are going to start. It's going to be difficult for anybody to resist what I'm going to, the gospel of the kingdom that I'm going to bring. The impact of the gospel and the work that I'm going to do. Just like it is impossible for Ukraine to resist the work that I'm doing here, or to deny the work I'm doing, or the nation it's impossible to stand against what I'm doing here. They hate me, they don't like me, I know that. They want to kill me, they want to eliminate me, but they cannot deny the presence is just too obvious. Same with Nigeria, but this one will be like a training ground compared to Nigeria. When I would reach, before I even come to Nigeria like this, remember my words, Nigeria will be shaking before I come. And this one I'm doing, I've not even started anything now. I'm only doing live broadcast, and I'm not even doing this one for Nigeria mainly. I'm just doing it mainly to record my messages, really, because now they are not watching me. But it is when I get to Nigeria, I will be able to package this for television and radio and things like that. That is when it will be for Nigeria, for Nigerians. But the Nigerians that are watching it right now is a bonus. It's like I'm surprised, and I'm pleasantly surprised, and I'm glad when Nigerians like you come and watch. But what I'm really doing is I'm preparing the ground. This one for me, I've not even started the project yet. I'm just getting ready. So if this is my preparation, getting ready here, and people already hear that there is someone like DSA, believe me, by the time I really start my project, the whole country will be talking about this thing. Believe me, because I don't. That's why I say I'd rather not talk, because I know what I know, and the people who are fortunate to have come here for the HMT, they know something. And the people who live with me here, they know something. But how will I say? People will just say he's just talking. He has big mouth. He's just talking. He's boasting. He's depending. You know, he's saying I will do this. I will do this. He's pompous. He's boastful. But you know, just we have two prayers. that God will give everybody that is watching now long life. Second prayer, that God will release me from here as fast as possible. Once that happens, the effect, it will be like a tremor that hits the country. The effect that will come is nothing that Nigeria has seen before. And even in the first year, I will have at least 1 to 10 million Nigerians campaigning and saying, yes, this guy is doing the right thing. We need this guy, not as a political person, but they will be talking. Just like people are talking right now on Facebook everywhere.
Yes, there's a problem. There is a serious problem. If what you are doing now is not close to what you intend to do,
it's not even a start, it's zero level.
I consider that there's a problem. We are in serious problem right now. Why is that? What you are doing now already is putting a lot of people on their toes. You can't imagine how much your messages are spread in Nigeria. Let me give an instance. I was eating, and I'm not exaggerating here, I was eating in a bukateria. So I missed a program.
What is bukateria? Like cafeteria?
Restaurant.
Okay.
So I missed a program in the previous day. So I intend to listen to that program while eating. As I played the video, the person somebody sat down beside me on the other table, and he said, "Is that DSA?" He didn't see the picture. He didn't see the image of the person. He only heard the voice. He said, "Is that DSA?" I said, "How do you know?" He said, somebody I listen to every day. Then I walked out and said, "You mean that you listen to him?" He said, "Yes." He started mentioning friends of his that they cannot go to bed without listening to the message of DSA. Though they've never commented on your post or your live broadcast, they've never said anything like getting to know them. So this message is already spreading this way. You said, and I quote, that what you are seeing now is not even close to. Then I said there is a problem, because if what you are bringing is good, this is not close to a start. It's a problem because how are we going to manage the disaster this will lead to? What do I mean by disaster? The emptiness of synagogues, the emptiness of church buildings. Because this message of the kingdom, when it hits churches, I am 100% sure there will be 10,000 capacity auditorium that will become so empty. That will eventually lead to another thing. How do we intend to manage such happenings? It's a problem that I don't know how it can be managed. And that's why I'm putting it to say there's a problem. Do you have anything to say about that, DSA?
My movement will not be intended at letting people leave their churches. Only if those churches are oppressive. That's not my goal. But if the churches are captivating the people, imprisoning the people, making them into slaves, I would definitely encourage people to leave. But that is not my intention. Let people go to their churches, because I don't want to come and plant church in Nigeria. But if people would demand for church, what I intend to do is to raise up new generation of pastors who will be taught in the principles of the kingdom of God and the gospel of the kingdom, and will go ahead and start their own churches to deliver and rescue our people.
Many of us who have been listening to you on platform, you never told us not to go to church anymore. Not once. You never asked anyone not to go to their church, but many people have stopped going to church. The reason is simple. It's when you see that you are in the darkness and somebody has shown you the light, you will be, you don't even need to be told that this place is darkness. The same thing will repeat itself when you come out.
Yes, I want to correct you a little bit and say, I've said it many times that people should leave those churches where it is that it's being operated like a cult. And I've encouraged people to leave churches where they are not caring for them. They are not allowing them to have their own visions, and they are not. They are only collecting from them, not giving to them. So I say, if you are not sure that the kingdom and this is the standard of live, run for your life. So I've encouraged that, but it's it's not a command. It's just my own opinion, and but I've also said that there are no churches in Nigeria. That even though they are remnants, but I think what that will lead to is that a lot of these churches that are there right now, even that are doing things wrong, will be forced to begin to review their practices and their doctrines.
Yes, okay. I want to say another mindset of Nigerians to you now. Nigerians are willing to go all out in as much as they will have something, and that thing must be money. Let me give you an example. If you land in Nigeria today and you announce on national TV that anyone who needs capital to start a business should meet me at National Stadium tomorrow. If I don't announce on radio stations, put it on your Facebook page. If you need capital to start your business within 500,000, within 100,000 to 1 million naira or 10 million naira, meet me at the National Stadium tomorrow. I tell you, PSA, you will have to have them in batches, because the stadium will not be able to contain numbers that will come. But I want to say not every one of them, or as a matter of fact, 95.5% of those people who come to collect that money only want to get the money for the next burial ceremony, naming ceremony, for their next wedding, to buy a car for them to flex with their friends. They have no intention to invest that money into any business. Why did I cite that example? How do you intend to checkmate who to empower and those that are not ready for empowerment?
Well, when you say that Nigerians might not receive me or might reject me, actually I am less concerned about that one. I am more concerned about the people who will come to me. My greatest fear about going to Nigeria is the people who will respond to me. That is my greatest fear. My greatest fear is people who will receive me. And the reason I'm afraid, yes.
Okay, I wanted to ask, if people who receive you is your greatest fear, and then I think the example I cited now are one of the reasons why those people are one of the behavior of those people who respond. That is one of the behavior of those people who respond. How then do you intend to know those who are responding to the message, or they are responding to the opportunity they will get by responding to you?
Well, let's check my track record with working with Nigerians. I only started working with Nigerians since 2016 here on Facebook. And from this record of working with Nigerians, I've had maybe crisis with them maybe every year. At least once a year, I will have one crisis or the other with Nigerians who are following me on Facebook. And that track record is a poor one. It means that I don't really know my people yet. I don't know their mindset. I don't know why people behave the way they behave. I don't know what's wrong with them. Their value system is totally different from the one I'm used to and the one I'm bringing. And that's why I fear them, because all the messages I receive on Facebook, YouTube, the kind of messages I receive personally, the letters that I receive, they point to the fact that most people are selfish, egocentric, and self-seeking. And that is the biggest danger, because they are the ones, and then all of them know how to talk sweet. But then when things don't go their own way, the same people begin to talk the opposite. So That question you are asking right now, how am I going to be able to filter them? Well, God is going to help me to put a system in place. I have some ideas of systems we are going to put in place, but still, I have to allow some of them to come across me, and my heart is like, I'm the kind of person that likes to let people come close, and I love people. I think that would be my biggest danger. No, I think that would be my biggest danger because I love people so much, you can't believe it. And I'm so trusting and so simple and so accepting. So I must admit that this is going to be one of my biggest problems, and that I'm not so confident about this one. I hope that God will give me people who will be able to protect me and who will be able to, help me man the thing that I'm going to do. But I'm not sure about the people I'm going to trust. Even the very people I'm going to trust who are going to be my team, I'm not very sure that they will be able to be trustworthy, and that I'll be able to escape the deceptive nature that I've seen among our people. It's almost like everybody is out there for some selfish gains. It's a new concept for me right now. It's difficult for me to even to believe that people think like this. So there are some things that I don't even believe they're happening, but they are actually happening. But what surprises me most is that no more other Nigerians say, that's okay now, that is exactly what we expect. You don't know. They are not even surprised by these things. So, so I'm more afraid of people who will respond to my good works and try to be my team. That's why I want to go with 2,000 people from the diaspora and foreigners, people who have lived there. But I'm working mainly now with Africans, Nigerians in diaspora, and they are having the same tendencies and the same behaviors. So this is where I must admit that I need God's grace and God's help.
I know this program very well. The title is The Nigerian Mindset. And then one of the things we are going to be dealing with on this platform is to explain the mindset of the people, how they think, and what we think is right. And then one of it is what I just cited, that Nigerians will see you as a wicked man. If I run to you, I think you are hearing me, sir.
Very well.
If I run to you that I need to start a business, and I present to you that I need 1 million naira, and I know you have that money, but your demand for me to get that 1 million naira is, okay, before I give you this 1 million naira, you need to listen to 200 messages.
Yes. Yes.
Do a summary, and then tell me what you have learned from those 200 messages. And also, I won't give you that 1 million naira directly. I will give you 100,000. You will trade with it. Come back and show me what you have gained from it. Now, you become a bad man from that point. Because the mindset of Nigerians are, when I run to you with 1 million naira need, and then the way I will present to you is like, if I can get this money, if you can just give me this money, that is also my life problem. That my problem is ended. And then by the time you say, no, the money is not the first thing. That the first thing is, you have to first and foremost, get to know that you have the right values. And you can actually handle 1 million. So, at that point when you begin to stress Nigerians, you begin to stress man pressure on them, you become a bad man. And that is the mindset. And to detect such mindset in people in Nigeria, one thing is very important. Put them in a process Nigerian does not want to take pass-through process. Process will be best method to use to filter away people who come for the bread, not for the message. When you put Nigerians in process, this is the process you pass through before you can have the bread. You will discover, my dear, say that if 1,000 people join the process, at the end of the process, you may hardly get maybe 20 or 10 people. Because Nigerians does not understand, does not know what process means. We want to have the results immediately we place the demand. So best way to check this kind of people, or let me say one of the methods through which I think this kind of mindset can be checked, is everyone who come or who respond, who come to you, have a process that filter them. And that's why, you know, so many churches today, they have that process, but they turn into another thing. They call it foundational class. From foundational class, you go to disciples class. From disciple, you go to leadership class. Before you can be made this or this in the church, you have to pass through that process. But they did that just to employ or to recruit more members who will eventually become the source of income for them. But such a process that produce those people help to filter the mindset. What does this one want? And at the long run, the crisis will rise by saying, that man does not really have anything to offer. He's only lying to you. Why would I go to him with the need of 1 million naira? That's what people are saying. I have some people saying, those who are claiming to be idol snatchers, say, why would I go to him with the need of 1 million naira, and then he will not be able to give me? But what is demanded of him or her to get that money, he will skip it. He will say, he promised to give me that money, but look at me, he didn't give me. That is the way Nigeria thinks. And that is what you also need to think of on how to handle. And that's that. You must see everyone, either, or let me say everyone, or when if you have 80% is a pass mark. So I will say everyone, including me talking to you, you must see it from that angle. That Nigerians does not like process. They don't like to pass through process. So it's a standard for me to subject every one of these people into a process that does not give you anything, any benefits, no material benefit than internal benefits. Internal benefit in terms of changing me first before you give me what I ever needed. So that process that first and foremost focus on changing, even 10 million people are coming at the same time, that process that change them first, and it must be a standard that cannot be compromised. If that process is put in place, and everyone is subjected to that process, no matter where you are coming from, no matter the number of congregations you have led, no matter the name or whatever name you carry in Nigeria, you will be able to handle at least to a larger extent this mindset. Because those who successfully pass through the process and come out at the other side, which have received, those people have received a pass mark. I want to tell you that, sir, that we have those ones who come out, they will do well with whatever you invest in them. That's what I have to say on that.
I agree with you absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I'm planning to do. But right now, I want to use this opportunity to talk to everybody that's watching us, either you are Nigerian or you are not Nigerian, to help me. Anybody who wants to come up with an idea of a process or of a set of rules that could be a structure that could be administered or used to screen people, and that we could pass people through when we get to Nigeria, There are a lot of things that we need to do. There will be different structures for different people. For example, if I want to give scholarship to people, I would have liked them to have listened to 200 messages, as you said, to have read 20 books. So we need to package that into a structure, a system that will filter as many people as possible. So I welcome all ideas, and if you want to give me ideas, or you want to, but even more than ideas or the system, we need personalities. We need people who will be, who would like to man this kind of positions, and who would like to be in charge of, screening people like this. So if you see yourself be in our team in Nigeria and you want to be part of it, please go ahead and write to me directly. My email is pastor@godembassy.org. pastor@godembassy, one word, godembassy.org. Write to me direct. But for other people who just want to join the team and be with us and go with us to Nigeria, you don't need to write to me like that. Just go to the site and register. And the way to register is to go to my blog, sundayadelajablog.com/Nigeria. sundayadelajablog.com/Nigeria. If you want to go with us and just join the team in Nigeria or anyhow. But you have to begin to prepare yourself now too. But the ones who really want to join the inner core and build systems, and you would think that they are systemic people who will really be able to do these things, write to me direct.